number crunching is maths and making sense out of numbers is finance.
So to add over there, just like your cat king, remember that cash is always king. And without cash, no one can function. So whether a student is specializing in marketing or in any other area other than finance, they have to have or need to know about finance.
Hi everyone, welcome on board. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. बहुत सारे लोग मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं यार MBA in finance करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए. In fact, first preference तो जब MBA करनी होती है finance की आती है because they get paid a lot of money. Is it right, ma'am?
Of course.
क्या बात है? Of course, it's really amazing. Today we got a CA plus a professor of KG Shuma Institute of Management, and ma'am is also the program director, one of the program directors at KG Shuma. Ma'am, really humbled to have you on board. Welcome.
It's my pleasure to be here.
This is so amazing, ma'am. पहली बात तो भाई आज क्या discuss करने वाले हैं? I'm going to ask ma'am some tough questions. Why MBA in finance? Is finance still relevant today? I know it's a stupid question, but where I'm coming from, we'll discuss that. We'll also talk about what kind of jobs come on campus. Like, is Accenture coming? Is Deloitte coming? Is the big names JP Morgan? अगर वो आते भी तो क्या क्या roles देते हैं? तो एक पूरी journey होगा. And we'll also touch base on CA. तो बड़ा interesting podcast रहेगा. Let's enjoy and get into deep dive. Ma'am, first thing first, finance MBA is for whom?
It's for all aspirants who apply. I think it's equally important for those with an engineering background as those with say BBA background or even BA economics. We've had a mix of students from all backgrounds pursuing MBA finance. So there is no, rule that one should already have some sort of a base in finance. Nothing like that.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen in my past life, in the first year of MBA, engineers struggle in finance. And like for example me, वो solver करना Excel sheet के अंदर वो IRR calculate करना वो सब चीज़ों में Excel sheet में struggle होती है. In the second year we learn a lot. And in BCom BMS जनता non-CAs, they are good with the basics of accounting, ABC वगैरह theory सब पढ़ा हुआ है. And engineers become better in second year. Is it true?
That's absolutely right, because in finance a lot of it is also very analytical in nature, and engineers have that analytical aptitude. So it all depends ultimately on the student, and I wouldn't like to put down any student with any background. I think all are equally good, and there is no bar at all for engineering students or any fear that they should be having how can we learn finance?
True.
I think they'll do great. They'll do great, just like you did great, I'm sure. So in the second year, so that's what.
I can do great. My first year, ma'am, हर क्लास में एक CA होता है, उसको पकड़ लेने का student CA, और वो बाकी सबको पढ़ाता है, right?
Correct, absolutely.
और आपका काम थोड़ा light करते होंगे वो CA बैठ के.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. मैं तो बता देती हूँ. I tell them that those I identify the CAs or those with a strong accounting background and tell them that why don't you mentor the others, because that's the best way to learn.
I'm sure KG Shuma would be having SPG in Bombay as well. So bhai, in short, finance is for everyone for sure. But my mathematical bent of mind, थोड़े number crunching हो तो is it always good to have in finance, or do you think maths is different and finance is different?
Both are different. Of course, it helps to be good with numbers. So more than formula or something, just an aptitude towards numbers and how the numbers are working with respect to the connection between them, that helps. I think anyone can pick it up if they have the interest and the passion for the subject.
I think number crunching is maths and making sense out of numbers is finance.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And finance is I didn't realize it, ma'am. When I was doing my MBA, people said find your strengths and then look for strengths, etc. But my recommendation is, even if you're not a fin guy, you're an engineer and you don't want to do finance, fin पढ़ लेना यार. कल को आप CEO बनते हो तो finance is everything. I was very proud and I was telling my CA, bro, we are at 20% profit margins. It's really amazing. He said, sir, sorry, you're at 8%. I was like, what? और कुछ महीनों तक मुझे नहीं पता. Nevertheless, so it's always good to know.
So to add over there, just like your cat king, remember that cash is always king. And without cash, no one can function. So whether a student is specializing in marketing or in any other area other than finance, they have to have or need to know about finance. Very important.
And मैम बहुत सही बोला आपने. और marketing और finance क्या होता है, लड़ाई होती है. We've got a co-program chair director साहब, मैम वो भी यहाँ पे बैठे हुए marketing के. So in corporate world, marketing always want to spend and finance always want to save. So even if you're a marketing person, know those financial terms so that you can also put your word forward if you want to spend money and getting things done as well. Super, ma'am. Great. So finance समझ आ गया किसके लिए? Ma'am, what kind of roles people do get? In IIMs, it has been seen even at KG Shumaya and SPJ in Bombay. I was in Excel Drive yesterday as we talk. So internship amount of a finance guy has gone more than the marketing or an IT. Is it generally true or it's like a small difference?
It's been seen in the recent couple of years, in the recent last 2 years, that the students having a finance background are actually earning a little more. In terms of roles, we have roles such as investment banking and digital marketing and credit analysis. So there's a wide spectrum of roles. The diversity is increasing.
Digital marketing?
Digital marketing also, because if you talk of, say, not in finance, but if you talk of
overall
the BFSI sector, so then we are looking at finance specializations, we're also looking at others, right? So they need even people like I was saying, digital marketing or CRM, customer relationship management. So those requirements are also there. Yeah, if you look at core finance, then we are looking at roles, like I said, in analysis, equity analysis, or investment banking, or fintech, for instance, right? So having a knowledge of finance and analytics goes very well because of the requirement of the sector now, the way the sector is moving.
Analytics तो होना ही चाहिए.
Yes.
बहुत ही बढ़िया.
Yes.
Ma'am, ये बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है. So finance doesn't mean finance like banking finance, insurance as well. So you can get into the marketing and roles in a bank as well. Like HDFC would have a marketing role.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So they need not have a marketing person. Of course, I mean marketing is also good. But एक बंदा जो finance समझ सकता है, उस banking understanding समझ सकता है.
Yeah.
Imagine when you understand finance, what kind of numbers you want to put to the world, right? Like I remember whenever you meet any of that investment and that wealth manager, he always starts with that, क्या फंडा होता है मैम?
EBITDA, profit.
नहीं, compounding.
हाँ, discount factor, compounding interest.
Compounding interest.
Compounding interest.
कि आपने आज 10 रुपए लगाए तो 100 रुपए लगाए तो एक साल बाद आपके 10% 110 हो जाएंगे, 10% of 110 और 20 साल में आपको you'll have a Rolls Royce. They show all the picture as well. So there's a finance guy who's feeding up to the marketing guy, right? I'm sure कभी नहीं अभी तुम्हें लाइफ में वो वाला बंदा पक्का मिला होगा जो आके वो कंपाउंडिंग का फॉर्मूला बनाता है स्टार्ट अर्ली शॉप. Of course that's true, but again it's how you perceive your wealth growing up. And insurance वाले को बंदे को मिल लो, and if he's a marketing guy, he will make you realize that you're going to die someday. That's
because of inflation.
Because of inflation.
Yes. Yeah.
And also अगर वो life insurance वाला बंदा है तो he'll make you feel like die, like आप तो मरने ही वाले हो सर कल ना कल, और आपके पीछे से वाइफ का या बच्चों का क्या हाल होने वाला देख लो. तो he's a marketing guy again, but with some finance back. He does his maths and show you like how important it is. Great. So we're done with the roles. We're done with insurance is also part of it. The whole thing. Ma'am, what kind of students are excelling? You've been training past about 11, 12, more than a decade now at KG Shumaya. What kind of students who are excelling in finance sector and getting the good jobs? What kind of students are those?
I think students who just pick up on their skills, the need to learn, because I think finance is an area where you need to keep upgrading and learning on the job. And some of our past students, our alum, are in really high positions. Right, and I think you know about it, and we've spoken about this, and it's there on our website as well. So they are there in the top levels in the finance sector. So I think what needs to what needs to happen on part of the student is keep learning, keep growing beyond the job. Finance is an ocean, so get into the ocean and learn to swim and do well. Yeah.
Great. Just last two points. You're a CA yourself.
Correct.
A lot of these kids ask me this question. You're a professor, you've lived your life with CAs, you're a CA yourself. And ma'am's husband is also a CA, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And as students में हर साल मैम कुछ ना कुछ percentage CAs भी होते हैं. Ma'am, some kids ask me like, sir, CA में कूद तो पढ़े हैं और मैम वो CPD में सबको clear करवा देते हैं foundations. And then ma'am, you know how the cycle is. They clear this many and then this many and then they're like, this many they clear.
Yeah.
नहीं हो पा रहा CA मेरा. What's your advice to people? Jump into MBA कि देते जाएं.
So I think that those who are looking at finance as an option. So I tell this to a lot of students also approach me, and I tell them that remember that accounting and finance are interconnected, they're interrelated, but they're not the same. So if one is looking into getting into markets, then I think MBA is definitely a great option.
अच्छा.
and something that they should be considering. And if suppose someone from inside wants to do only auditing
Yeah.
or accounting, core accounting, then well, stick to CA. But if one is considering financial markets, capital markets, stock markets, the insurance market, then please consider MBA finance.
Right.
It's a good route, and it's a 2-year finite time. It's a finite time.
I
You
like
start
that.
and end in 2 years. So yeah, that's the benefit of MBA finance. Yeah.
Super, ma'am, super. And ma'am, wisely said, in CA also, it's accounting primarily. And that's not the dream job you pursue. Like most of the CAs, कि मेरे को accounting करना है बैठ के, है ना? And you're saying if you really want to just stick to that only, then you do it. Accounting or even taxation for that matter.
Taxation, auditing.
Auditing.
हाँ, जिनको auditors बनना है, for them, well, CA is the
But it's
right
not a dream
path.
job.
That depends on individuals.
मैम
Yeah,
ये
yeah.
बताना चाहिए पहले तो देखो भाई जो लोग सीए बनना चाहते हैं with due respect to the CA
Yeah, exactly.
आज जो आज हैं आपको
Yeah.
सीए का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है राइट आज जो मैं भी हूँ मेरे भी पीछे भी सीए का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है फॉर श्योर बट पीपल हु फेल सीए लाइक वंस इफ आई कैन यूज द वर्ड फेल एक बार कर लो दो बार कर लो
Yeah, then I think you need to reprioritize and
Yeah.
see whether there are some other paths
Yeah.
which may be better and which offer an option, give an option to them,
Right.
and equally good, equally satisfying,
Right.
because one would be broadly in the same area.
राइट
Accounting and finance are broadly in the same area.
Super.
So MBA finance is a very viable option for such students.
निकलो
Very viable. हाँ.
ये रुक मत जाओ कि मेरे नाम
हाँ,
क्या है।
absolutely. Don't get disheartened. Mani, there is another professional qualification. CA is professional, MBA is also professional
I can not
qualification.
able to make through CA एक साल हो गया 2 साल हो गया
Think about MBA.
हाँ थिंक नहीं छोड़ दो चुप करके यू आर अ wounded tiger ठीक है you got cat you got 1 year to prepare 6 months to prepare whatever
Yeah.
now you're wounded tiger is more zakhmi and more ताकतवर than a normal tiger do an MBA and you can hire the best CAs under you maybe right
Yeah.
and there are
Why
some
not?
companies like you know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
And like BCG, McKinsey, Bain, where only CAs are okay. In fact, there are hardly few roles, but CA plus MBA is deadly combination.
That's right.
So if in the race, finish the race. If you're not in the race, get on the race and finish an MBA, and you can hire the best CAs under you. That makes sense, ma'am.
Very much.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
yeah.
this is so amazing. I keep talking. Ma'am, any parting thoughts to the young kids? They're all 19, 20, 21-year-old. They're pursuing what life you are living right now. You're creating future for many kids, right? Your kids are right now in JP Morgan, Accenture, Adani Finance of the world.
Yeah.
In the past 10 years, what you've trained. A couple of them from Kinshuma have become CEOs as well. And
Correct.
what's your parting thought to all these 20, 21-year-old?
Yeah, all the best. I think many of the current generation are all heavily into stock markets, and they look to making money in stocks, investing in stocks, and I think finance is a very good option to explore, learn, and make money. And keep upgrading, keep upskilling your skills. All the very best.
That's so many finance is changing. Fintech आ रहा हूँ अलग podcast करेंगे अलग. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. और it was I hope you
My
guys enjoyed the
pleasure.
podcast. If yes, do it on the like button. अगर आपके दिमाग में कुछ भी question है about regarding the roles, कौन सी कंपनी के अंदर कैसे जाने का है, क्या 21 ईयर के अंदर मैं CA हूँ करना चाहिए अपना प्रोफाइल शेयर करिए. And I'll ask मैम रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा मैम को कि मैम अपने कमेंट्स को पढ़ के वो भी थोड़ा रिप्लाई कर दें मैम अगर आप
Definitely. Yeah, I'll do that.
Reply to comments. God bless you guys. Keep killing. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Do it on the like button. Like either. Take care.